Hello and good evening. My name is Larissa McNeil, and I want to thank you for joining us for the African American Resource Center's annual Kwanzaa program. Due to safety concerns, we are having our program virtually again this year, but I am glad that it gives us the opportunity for more folks to join us. At its core, Kwanzaa is about community. When Dr. Maulana Karenga invented Kwanzaa in 1966, African Americans were living in a time where they were fighting for the right to exist as human in a place that saw them as second and even third-class citizens. Amid that turmoil, Dr. Karenga understood the need for a place of celebration for family and culture. He wanted to reacquaint African Americans with their cultural heritage and reunite us in the spirit of family. In the time that we're seeing that same unrest, Black men, women, and children being killed, a lack of acknowledgement about the people massacred on this land, it is just as important to take a step back of the pain and celebrate family and heritage again. Tonight, that is our only goal. Through cultural expression from some people right here in our own backyard, highlighting some of the principles through which Kwanzaa is celebrated, we are taking this time to just love and find joy in ourselves and in our community. So please enjoy the program.
From Dr. Karenga, an explanation on the meaning of Kwanzaa. The roots of Kwanzaa, then, are in ancient and ongoing continental African first fruits or first harvest celebrations. They give Kwanzaa its model and shared values and practices, and its historical groundedness. Rooted in this ancient history and culture, Kwanzaa develops as a flourishing branch of the African cultural tree. It emerges in the context of African American life and struggle as a recreated and expanded ancient tradition. Thus, it bears special characteristics and meaning for African American people. But it is not only an African American holiday, but a Pan-African one too, for it draws on the cultures of various African peoples and is celebrated by millions of Africans throughout the world. Moreover, it speaks to not only African Americans, but Africans as a whole, and its stress on history, values, family, community, and culture. Kwanzaa was established in 1966 in the midst of the Black Freedom Movement and thus reflects its concern for cultural groundedness in thought and practice and the unity and self-determination associated with this. From Dr. Karenga, an explanation on the celebration of Kwanzaa. One of the most important and meaningful ways to see and approach Kwanzaa is as a self-conscious cultural choice. Some celebrants of Kwanzaa see it as an alternative to the sentiments and practices of other holidays which stress the commercial or faddish or lack of African character or aspect. But they realize that this is not Kwanzaa's true function or meaning. For Kwanzaa is not a reaction or a substitute for anything. In fact, it offers a clear and self-conscious option, opportunity, and chance to make a proactive choice, a self-affirming and positive choice, as distinct from a reactive one. This point can be made by citing two of the most frequent reasons celebrants of Kwanzaa give for turning to Kwanzaa. The first reason is that it provides them with cultural grounding and reaffirmation as African Americans. The other reason is that it gives them a spiritual alternative to the commercialization of Christmas and the resultant move away from its original spiritual values and message. Here, it is of value to note that there is a real and important difference between spirituality as a general appreciation for and commitment to the transcendent, and religion, which suggests formal structures and doctrines. Kwanzaa is not a religious holiday, but a cultural one, with an inherent spiritual quality, as with all major African celebrations. This inherent spiritual quality is respect for the transcendent, the sacred, the good, and the right. Thus, Africans of all faiths can and do celebrate Kwanzaa, including Muslims, Christians, Black Hebrews, Jews, Buddhists, Baha'i, and Hindus, as well as those who follow the ancient traditions of Mayat, Yoruba, Ashanti, and Dogon. For what Kwanzaa offers is not an alternative to their religion or faith, but a common ground of African culture which they all share and cherish. It is this common ground of culture on which they all meet, find ancient and enduring meaning, and by which they are thus reaffirmed and reinforced.
first day of Kwanzaa celebrates Umoja, or unity. This day asks us to reflect our unity within our families, our communities, and our race. In Tulsa, the centennial of the 1921 race massacre has acted as a catalyst for unity. We are recognizing the strength that we exhibit when we come together and the results that we see because of it. We light this candle in affirmation of the African value of unity. Let us resolve to be intentional in our living.
Umoja means unity, to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. On this day, we light the first candle, the black candle.
When I Die by Nikki Giovanni. When I die, I hope that no one who ever hurt me cries. And if they cry, I hope their eyes fall out and the million maggots that made up their brains crawl from the empty spaces and devour the flesh that covered the evil that passed itself off as a person I probably tried to love. When I die, I hope every person in the National Security Council, the Interpol, the FBI, CIA Foundation for the Development of Black Women gets an extra bonus and maybe even takes one day off and maybe even asks why they didn't work as hard for us as they did for them. But it always seems to be that way. Please don't let them read Nikki Rosa. Maybe just let some Black woman who called herself my friend go around and collect every book, each and every one, and let some Black man who said it was negative of me to want him to be a man collect every picture and poster and let them burn them, throw acid on them, mess on them, as they did on me while I tried to live. And as soon as I die, I hope everyone who ever loved me learns the meaning of my death, which is a simple lesson. Don't do what you do very well, very well. It scares white folks and makes Black ones really mad. But I do hope someone tells my son his mother liked little old ladies with their blue dresses and hats and gloves, and that sitting by the window to watch the dawn come up is valid. That smiling at an old man and petting a dog don't detract from manhood. Do somebody please tell him I knew all along that what would be will be, but I wanted to be a new person, and my rebirth was stifled, not by the master, but by the slave. And if I ever touched a life, I hope that life knows that I know that touching was and still is and will always be a true revolution.
The second day of Kwanzaa celebrates Kujitalia, or self-determination. This day asks us to reflect on the ways in which we present ourselves, the way we define ourselves. In an age when segments of the human family are identified by labels of convenience and imposed traditions, we light this candle proclaiming our freedom to define ourselves and set our own agenda as rightly informed people.
Kujitalia means self-determination, to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. On this day, we light the second candle, the red candle.
Hello, I am Alnetta Morris, Bachelors for Alpha Xi Sigma Tulsa Chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. My sorors and our affiliates, the Philos and Roars, bring to you principle number 2, Kujichagulia, determination.
Determination is what motivates us to improve ourselves, make positive changes in our lives, and increase our chances of success.
Determination inspires us to dream bigger and achieve more for ourselves. So here is a song sung by Soror Toad to encourage you not to give up. Can't give up now.
There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? Oh, and I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to leave me. Never said there wouldn't be trials, never said I wouldn't fall, never said that everything would go the way I wanted it to go. But when my back's against the wall and I feel all hope is gone, I just lift my head to the sky and say, help me be strong. Oh, and I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from, and nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to leave me.
The third day of Kwanzaa celebrates UJAMMA, or collective work and responsibility. This day asks us to reflect on the work we're doing in our own communities. We commit ourselves to collective responsibility, although society tends to emphasize the value of rugged individualism. The light of this candle will guide us. We affirm that we are our sisters and brothers' keepers. May love lead us to care for one another in new ways, to even go the extra miles for others, especially those in need.
UJAMMA means collective work and responsibility to build and maintain our community together and make our community's problems our problems, and to solve them together. On this day, we light the third candle, the green candle.
Umoja. The principle unity, Black love, Black family, Black unity. I have selected some poems by Toni Morrison and by Jasmine Mans about familial love, the love of community, the love of a Black nation. Serena. They will ask you to run, and when you become the fastest, they will fear your lightning. How it cracks ceilings and breaks ground. They will place rules on your body, say it's a distraction from your game, as if they know better than you how your bones should wear your own body, how you should dress up your own skin. They don't know why your hair needs extra bobby pins and how you got the biggest booty in tennis. Something about Compton and collard greens. They will not be graceful with your body, but you will always have to be. When they put you against your own sister, she'll sharpen you. Passerbys will attack your character. Serena smashes the racket. Point penalty. Violation. How will she ever come back from this one? She's too aggressive. She's gone too far with her clothing. How can Serena possibly regroup from this? Fight back. Women do not yell. Women do not take their shirts off. Women, Serena loses the match and is fined $17,000. We cannot allow her to get too far out of control. Women are not allowed real emotion in tennis, in the street, in the office, in their skin. Serena, lean in. More power. Use more power. Backhand, backhand, Serena. More follow through. Take the net, Serena. Be tough, be tough. Act like you want to win. Forward, back. You got this, Serena. Net, Serena. Yes, power, Serena. Play to win. What does it feel like to prepare your body for the US Open, Australian Open, to be cut open, and to still give them grace, even when they call you names? Even when they paint your face, you give them grace without fear, doubt, or discomfort. What else is there to overcome? Your sport, not spectacle. Woman before a competitor. When they walk, you fly. When they grunt, you roar. You are a fire catching its breath. You embrace failure, never run from it. We've already watched you defy gravity, but today, you will become it.
The fourth day of Kwanzaa celebrates UJAMMA, or cooperative economics. This day asks us to reflect on how we're investing in ourselves financially and how we're supporting and promoting Black-owned businesses. In lighting this candle, we affirm our collective calling to be faithful, effective stewards with all of our resources, particularly our money.
UJAMMA means cooperative economics, to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. On this day, we light the fourth candle, the red candle.
The fifth day of Kwanzaa celebrates Nia, her purpose. The day asks us to reflect on how our community is restoring greatness within, focusing both on the legacies of our ancestors and those we'll leave on for the descendants. In lighting this candle, we pause to rethink our identities and actions, especially as we consider our faith, our culture, and our current situation. We have been endowed with gifts and skills and have been blessed with education and training, not for personal advancement alone, but for the advancement of our people with a great purpose.
Nia means purpose, to make our shared vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. On this day, we light the fifth candle, the green candle.
Spank for each other's sins, spanked in syllables and by the word of God. Before dark meant hometown. My grandmother's mattress knew each of my siblings, cousins, and neighbors' children's morning breath by name. A single mattress bed on the floor was enough for all of us. Bread slices were buttered with aroma and rolled into sausage shapes. We had it with black ribeyes We did not ask for cheese. We were filled. My cousins and I would gather around a large bowl of bogashi, each with our own spoon. Sugar water completed the meal. We were home and whole. But isn't it funny that when they ask about Black childhood, all they're interested in is our pain, as if the joy parts were accidental. I write love poems too, but you only want to see my mouth torn open in protest, as if my mouth were a wound with pus and gangrene for your joy.
The 6th day of Kwanzaa celebrates Kuumba, or creativity. The day asks us to reflect on the talents of the people that exist in our community and our ability to provide beauty and influence through song, dance, literature, media, and other forms of artistic expression. We are creative and complex people. The complex problems of our community and world require us to move beyond the frustrations of the past. We light this candle in order to be free, to listen to new ideas, hear new voices, and claim new visions together.
Kuumba means creativity, to do as much as we can to leave our community beautiful and beneficial than we inherited it. On this day, we light the 6th candle, the red candle.
Create means to make up stuff and leave a legacy.
The 7th and final day of Kwanzaa celebrates Amani, or faith. This day asks us to reflect on our community as a whole, honoring our families and tradition. May we affirm our faith in our Creator, and may we express this faith in such a way that our communities and world become characterized by hope and progress.
Imani means faith, to believe with all our hearts in our people, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. On this day, we light the 7th and final candle, the green candle.
Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He. His eye is on the little speck, and I know sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, yes, I know, he watches you and me.
Oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Woke up this morning with my mind staying on freedom. Woke up this morning with my mind staying on freedom. Woke up this morning with my mind staying on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. It ain't no harm to keep your mind staying on freedom. It ain't no harm to keep your mind staying on freedom. Ain't no harm to keep your mind staying on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking. I'm marching to freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on talking, keep on walking. We're marching to freedom land.
It is tradition to pour libation in the remembrance of the ancestors on all special occasions. Kwanzaa is such an occasion. It provides an opportunity to reflect on our African past and American present. Water is suggested as it holds the essence of life and should be placed in a communal cup and poured in the direction of the four winds, north, south, east, and west. It should be then passed among family and friends and guests who sip from the cup. So please hold up your communal cup and join me as I read the libation statement. For the motherland cradle of civilization, for the ancestors and their indomitable spirit, for the elders from whom we learn much, for our youth who represent the tomorrow, for our people, the original people, for our struggle and remembrance of those who have struggled with us, for Umoja, the principle of unity, which should guide us in all that we do, for the Creator who provides all things great and small.
Because hate is legislated, written in the primer and the testament, shot into our veins like vaccine or vitamins. Because our day is a time of hours and the clock hand turns, closes a circle upon us, and black, timeless night sucks us in like quicksand without a rain check, a parachute, a key to heaven, or the last long look. We need love more than ever now. We need each other's love. We need love more than hope or dope, money or honey, wisdom or a drink. Because slow, negative death withers the world. And only love can turn the tide. Because love has your face and your body, and your words are gentle, and your mouth is strong. We need love.